Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Real Film Reviews Podcast. I'm Eric, and this is Corbett. Oh, he already said it. It's okay, though.
I'm sorry.
So today, continuing into the MCU with Doctor Strange from 2016.
2016. I didn't go see it in theaters, but I saw it probably about 2 years after it came out. It's awesome. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, great movie. Directed by Scott Dickerson. This guy, he directed, if I'm not mistaken, one of the Hellraiser movies. I think it was number 4. Hellraiser Bloodline.
Bloodlines.
Yeah. When they were, it was 3 different eras of Pinhead.
Yep.
The last one in space. He went to space first.
It was all right, but it could have been better.
Oh yeah, I can go on record right now, even though we're not talking about it, is that I think the first 2 Hellraiser movies are the best.
Naturally, yeah.
I
liked Inferno a little bit. You didn't like Inferno too much?
Let's not go there. Let's save it for the day we decide to do all of them. Okay. Even though I told myself I would not watch the last 4.
Never watch it again.
I've seen them all one time.
I have too, but I mean, I guess.
Well, that remake from a few years ago was fine.
Yeah, it was. It was, but it could have been better.
Anyway, back to Doctor Strange.
My bad.
No worries. Starring Benedict Cumberbatch, Chiwetel Ejiofor, Rachel McAdams, Benedict Wong, Michael Stuhlbarg, Benjamin Bratt, Scott Adkins, Mads Mikkelsen, and Tilda Swinton. Screenplay by John Spaths, Scott Derrickson, and C. Robert Cargill. Produced by Kevin Feige. Cinematography by Ben Davis. Edited by Wyatt Smith and Sabrina Plisco. Music by Michael Giacchino. Release date was November 4th, 2016, on a budget of $165 to $236.6 million. The box office was $677.8 million.
I'm about to say, it's like,
yeah,
damn, it bombed.
No,
I know it did. I know it did.
I think people were waiting a long time for a Doctor Strange movie. Did you know that there was a Doctor Strange TV movie in 1978?
I didn't know about Doctor Strange until the freaking credits for this movie came out. I really did.
I knew a tad about him.
I didn't even know about the comic books.
No. I saw his name in my Marvel encyclopedia that had like all the characters that was updated in 2008. So there's been a lot more characters since then, and they have a bigger one that I just don't have. But Doctor Strange is in it. I remember seeing him. He's like, he's magic. I'm like, all right, he's the master of the mystic arts, the Sorcerer Supreme.
There was not too many Marvel characters that I knew about back in the day growing up. If anything, I knew more about DC characters than Marvel.
There was more DC movies out than
but like I was really big into Batman. I was a huge Batman fan.
Batman's a great character.
I knew about Superman. I watched Superman a lot, and I watched quite a bit of DC characters. And then when Spider-Man came out, Tobey Maguire and all that, that's whenever I kind of started getting more into Marvel.
In the film, Strange learns the mystic arts after a career-ending car crash. A film based on the Marvel Comics character Doctor Strange was initially listed as being in development at New World Pictures with a script dated January 21st, 1986 by Bob Gale, which never went further into production. That negates what I said, but if I'm not mistaken, that was a TV movie that was barely an hour long, if I'm not mistaken.
Dang.
I'll check my facts later down the road. I don't know, maybe if I get to Multiverse of Madness, the next Doctor Strange, because I'm not randomly going to talk about it on the next one, because it would make sense.
Right.
By 1989, Alex Cox had co-written the script with Marvel Comics' Stan Lee. The script had the character traveling into the fourth dimension before facing the villain Dormammu on Easter Island, Chile. A film using this script was almost made by Regency, but Regency's films were distributed by Warner Brothers at the time, which was in a dispute with Marvel over merchandising. Around this time, producer Charles Band opted the property from Marvel and began developing a film at his studio, Full Moon Entertainment. Have you ever heard of Charles Band?
Yeah.
He made some crazy bad movies back in the day. He's made a
Yeah,
lot of movies.
I read about him a while back. Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, he recently passed away over the last couple of years.
Oh, I didn't even know that. Okay. But yeah, I heard he did some bad movies.
Some of them are probably good.
Yeah, I'm not saying all of them were bad, but
I think there's a few of them in there that are favorites of mine, but this guy did so many, I'd have to like look at the list. But yeah, he was big back in the day. However, the option expired before production could begin, and the project was reworked into the 1992 film Dr. Mordrid, whose titular character bore similarities to Doctor Strange. By December 1992, Wes Craven has signed to write and direct Doctor Strange for release in either 94 or 5, which Savoy Pictures distributing. That is something I would like to see.
That would have been crazy. Wes Craven?
You know he did a DC movie.
Huh?
In 1982. The Swamp Thing movie. He directed that.
What?
Yeah. After the movie came out, he didn't like not claim it, but he was like he didn't have fun doing that movie.
Okay.
Have you ever seen that movie?
No, I've never seen the Swamp Thing. I've heard of it, but I didn't know Wes Craven directed it. Wow, that's crazy.
You know the Swamp Thing character, right?
Yes. But that's crazy.
Can you imagine a Doctor Strange movie directed by Wes Craven?
Right.
Actually, I don't know if I really can. I'm not saying that he can't do it, but whatever he would have done, I would like to have seen.
Because every Wes Craven movie I've ever saw was a horror movie.
Yeah. He did a few movies that weren't horror in between, but he was labeled as a horror
Master
director,
of horror.
You know?
Yeah, one of the masters of horror. Yeah.
I think he had a good mind for directing.
Yeah, because the first movie as far back as I can remember that he did was the original Hills Have Eyes.
Yeah, and he also worked on The Last House on the Left with
the original. Yep.
What's his name? Sean Cunningham.
Sean Cunningham
from the Friday the 13th.
Yep. And then of course the first Nightmare on Elm Street.
Oh yeah, we're gonna talk about that one day. Get Jordan back for it because he was talking about wanting to do
Honestly,
it. So we get all three of us.
That'd be awesome. Spoiler alert. I mean,
oh, that's down the road.
I know.
In 1995, David S. Goyer had completed a script for the film. By April 1997, Columbia Pictures had purchased the film rights, and Jeff Welch was working on a new screenplay with Bernie Brillstein and Brad Gray producing. Jared Leto and Joaquin Phoenix were in talks to play the titular character. Not in that time when this movie was coming out.
Right.
Which, at the time, I wanted to see Joaquin Phoenix do it. But
I don't know.
After that, after a while, like after they mentioned it, I'm like, that'd be cool. He's a great actor. But after the announcement, just thinking about it more and more, I'm like,
see,
I don't know.
The way I'm picturing, I can't see Joaquin Phoenix. I can't see Joaquin Phoenix doing it. I mean, okay, just about what you said right there. I see more Jared Leto being Doctor Strange more than Joaquin Phoenix.
Yeah, but we know now he gets picked for everything, and people get upset. I even heard a thing where
just stick to 30 Seconds to Mars from now on. Come on.
I think I heard that maybe Johnny Depp was also in talks.
That would have been interesting.
I'm Doctor Strange.
That'd have been.
I gotta judge that.
That's supposed to be Johnny Depp.
Kind of.
Could have fooled me. Okay.
Oh, I remember. I totally forgot. I put it right here. There was a 1978 made-for-TV movie that was supposed to lead into a show. That's why it was an hour long, because it was supposed to be. You ever? It's supposed to be a backdoor pilot. You know what a backdoor pilot is to a show?
Yeah.
It's kind of like a spin-off show.
Yeah. They did something like that for the show MASH, but it was called Walter.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if you know the characters, but they had a guy they called Radar on there.
I heard the name before.
But his name was Walter, and they tried to do a spin-off show of him. It lasted one freaking episode.
And then you cancel a show.
They don't cancel
crazy.
one episode. I felt so bad. I watched the show, and I'm like, it's not really that good, but it was funny. It was funny, but it wasn't that good. So I could kind of see why it only did one episode.
It was canceled due to poor reception of the movie.
Right.
I think that Doctor Strange movie is on Blu-ray DVD. I have to find it one day.
Oh, okay.
Just like I'd like us to go back and watch those old like Marvel and DC like movies, like even before
right
that the ones we know, kind of like remember those Captain America movies I was talking about.
I want to watch those. Yep.
And this Doctor Strange, and then go back and watch some Incredible Hulk.
Wasn't there some kind of an old version of Thor?
Was in one of the Hulk movie or show.
Oh, okay.
With Lou Ferrigno.
Okay.
Yeah, I was trying to remember the character.
With Lou Ferrigno, that's right.
Yeah. I always thought Doctor Strange was an interesting character because even though the Thor like has some like magical elements, you know, just taking a guy who like a sorcerer supreme, like a super magician,
super magician,
you know, learning his powers, like that's great. And I'm glad that this movie did an origin story.
Yes.
I'm glad.
I'm glad that it didn't go into the storyline that he's already a sorcerer, and it shows how it happened.
Because his character development has changed throughout this movie. I really like.
Right.
So let's get into this thing.
All right.
In Kathmandu, the sorcerer Caecilius and his zealots enter a secret compound, Carbotage, and behead its librarian. And they steal several pages from a book belonging to the Ancient One, the long-lived sorcerer who has taught every student at Carbotage. And he calls... pause. Yes, so Mads Mikkelsen plays Caecilius, and him and his crew go in there to steal a page from a book. They fucking cut the head off the librarian.
Brutal.
Yeah. And they don't show it. But
no, they don't show it, but it's brutal.
You know?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I like that. We didn't need to see them do it like in horror movies and shit.
Right.
Off screen, which was fine. We know he's dead, you know. And they steal pages from a book. And then the Ancient One stops them, but you can't see the face. And he calls the Ancient One a hypocrite for using the book because he knows she uses the book. Or spoiler alert.
Kind of want to veer off a little bit, just a little bit. I can't remember her real name, but the one who played the Ancient One,
Tilda Swinton.
Tilda Swinton. What was the first movie you remember seeing her in?
Constantine.
Constantine?
Yeah, that was the first movie.
The first movie I seen her in was in a movie in the year 2000. I think it was 2000 with Leonardo DiCaprio called The Beach.
I remember hearing about it.
Remember hearing that? That was the first movie I seen her in. And she played a good character in that movie, but she was a little strange. And it's like she always plays a strange person good in movies.
I like Tilda Swinton.
I do too.
When I heard that she was cast as the Ancient One, I'm like, that's cool. But people are upset because, you know, the Ancient One was a man, a long white-haired man with a white beard.
Okay.
And it's like, okay, I would like to have seen that, but I think I prefer this better.
It worked.
It's worked. Just like, maybe not just like, but in Thor, Heimdall was a white dude, but they used Idris Elba. To be perfectly honest, I think Idris Elba did a better job.
He's just an all-around good actor.
He is. He was good in that, and she was good in this. But then she shows the magic, making the world dude. The visual effects in this movie,
making all the buildings start curling up and shit. Yeah, that was awesome. That's why I enjoy this movie so much.
But yeah, she chases them for a bit, but then they end up escaping.
But you got to be careful with those visual effects. If you're a person that gets dizzy very easily, you can't watch this movie. I'm sorry, you'll throw up.
Oh, all right. In New York City, Dr. Stephen Strange, a wealthy, acclaimed, and arrogant neurosurgeon, is operating on a patient while guessing song quizzes. They're playing songs, and he's trying to tell them all the years and stuff.
That's something that I would like doing. If
I didn't write down any of them because I didn't care that much, but it's still cool that he did that. Right? So he gets it right. Gets it right. It was successful, so he passes it on to the next people, and he goes, and Christine shows up and wants him to help remove a bullet from a dying patient. There's another doctor that wants to do it, but he says no, you got to do it this way, and the other guy disagrees. This guy, he's not super important, but I want you to remember him.
Right.
When he was trying to get the bullet and he told him to cover his watch, and he covered his watch.
I remember what you're talking about. Yeah.
That guy. It has nothing to do with the watch, but that guy. I want you to keep him in your mind when we do Multiverse of Madness because he comes back and he has an interesting story. Not super interesting to where it changes the movie, but I thought it was interesting, and I just want you to remember it from there. But he has to do it freelance, I forgot the term he used, but he had to dig in there that he couldn't see with
almost kind of what's called free-handed.
Free-handed. That's what. Why did I do? Anyway, yeah, and he ends up getting the bullet out, and cocky and arrogant person. Strange is, he was happy that he did it.
And at first, when I first saw the movie, and he was all cocky and shit like that, I'm like, man, shut up.
Yeah, it's like you want to tell people like that. It's like there's no need for that.
Stop being an ass.
Yeah. So he's getting ready to go to at a conference.
Yeah, it's like a conference. Yeah,
he's getting dressed and he puts on the watches. He's trying. Well, not the watches. He picks one watch.
He's got a freaking cabinet full of watches. You lucky son of a bitch. Some of them watches are freaking expensive.
So he gets in that car and he starts to drive fast. And it's like, why are you even doing that, bro?
Because he thinks he's untouchable.
Yeah. So he starts to get patients.
Yep.
They keep sending him because he's like, come on, give me a challenge. But one sticks out. One of them is a soldier who hurt his back in an experimental armor. And if I'm not mistaken, I think that they're talking about the guy that was in the robot suit in Justin Hammer's video in Iron Man 2 when he shows the video of them testing it.
Yes.
And he turns and and you hear Justin Hammer go, oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh shit. If I'm not mistaken.
That might be a little Easter egg thing.
That might be him, which means this takes place around 2008 or 2009, right now at this moment.
Yeah, because Iron Man 2 was in 2010.
Well, it came out in 2010. There is a continuity thing that goes on, but I think I may have a solution for that.
Because it doesn't say what year Doctor Strange is based in.
Yeah. But we will talk more about that when we get to Spider-Man Homecoming.
Gotcha.
Because there's something right there. But then I also, now that I think about it, there's a little error in Endgame. But we'll get there.
Well, we're going to get to
anyway,
that.
That's what I think.
Right.
Which would be cool. But No.
Anyway,
He keeps talking about ones, but he's like, then he tells one, I forgot to write it down. So, but he's driving fast and he wrecks. But that slow-mo shot of him wrecking
yeah,
and his hands are on the wheel and then the dashboard covering his hands.
yeah,
Oh man, that's ooh.
yeah. You know that had to have been
And he
painful.
flips and rolls and yeah,
It's all messed up. His car's all messed up.
his car has fucking hands.
The car was messed up. He was messed up. Everything.
Yes. So they show him getting wheeled in, and it leaves severe. The crash severely injures his hands.
He's got to have like bolts
definitely.
and screws.
They're
and shit
trying
like
to do all the surgery that's needed to at least keep his hands intact. And Christine helped with that, but he is mad. He thinks that she ruined him, they both ruined him.
Rachel McAdams.
Mm. Yeah,
beautiful woman.
Yes.
Beautiful woman.
Did you ever see Sin Help?
No, I have not.
That new movie that came out this year.
No, I have not.
It's good.
It's good.
She plays. They try to make her like not the ugly chick, but the plain chick.
Oh.
She doesn't wear makeup, and she's. I don't know. It's interesting. It's a good movie.
Okay.
She's in that.
Southpaw with her and Jake Gyllenhaal was good.
Did she die in that movie?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
So he's basically trying to find any possible way
to have his hands
to fix his hands because he wants to be a surgeon again. But yeah, he thinks that they ruined his hands by the things they did, so he's trying to find other reasons.
And it's so messed up because she was there for him every day, getting stuff for him, feeding them, and all that stuff like that, and he just acts an ass to her. And I get it because when you're a professional surgeon, your livelihood was taken away. Yeah. So I can see why you get frustrated, but at the same time, it's like, don't bite the hand that feeds you.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
And he's not worried about money because they're talking about some of the experiments, like it could cost or something. He's like, money's not an option. It's like,
right,
bro, you got that money. But tries this surgery. They show him getting wheeled in, but it doesn't work. So he pushes Christine away.
Yeah.
When he's like, "What? How did he put it to her?"
I'm trying to figure out how he said that.
Well, anyway, yeah. He pushes her away.
Yeah.
We'll just say that. So he's working on rehab with this guy, and he mentions a patient that broke a few bones, which Dr. Strange looked at, but didn't do because it was impossible. Jonathan Pangborn, a paraplegic who mysteriously regained the use of his legs. He asked the dude to find the file, but he's like, if it would do anything to shut your arrogant ass up,
shut your arrogant ass up,
I'll do it.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's by himself. Like I said, he pushed everybody away. So he sees the paper, and he has the little note from the guy that says, "Told you."
Yeah, yeah.
And he shows him everything, and then he finds the guy playing basketball. It's Benjamin Bratt.
Benjamin Bratt. First thing you seen him in?
Okay, I can't. It's a movie, if I'm not mistaken, from the early 2000s, either 2001 or 2. Can't remember.
Right.
Called Abandoned.
Abandoned.
Katie Holmes is in it. I'm gonna be honest, I haven't seen the movie since it came to theaters, and that was around that time, so it's over 25 years since I've seen the movie. I don't remember what it's about, but that was the first time I seen him. But then when I started watching movies growing up, I've seen him in other things, you know. But
now the first time I ever seen him was he was on the show Law and Order. Back in the I think he was in the early 90s or mid 90s, something like that. Anyway, the first movie I seen him in was Miss Congeniality with Sandra Bullock. Anyway,
sorry, I had a thought to myself, but he finds him, and tells him, like, I need help. How did you do this? And I forgot how he explained it to him, but he basically tells him that he was at a low. So he went to Carbitage, where we talked about, and he's like, he learned something from some people. And he's like, I just started walking again. And Strange still confused about it, but he's like, that's what I'm going to do. So he packs up the last of his money and just travels to the place to look. He's asking people around, like, have you seen this and that? He gets to the place, and he starts to get his ass beat by these people who break his watch that Christine gave him. And then someone comes to chase him away, and it's Baron Modor, played by Chiwetel Ejiofor. I think that's how you pronounce his name. Seen him in things.
Yeah,
he was a good actor too.
He was in a movie with Mark Wahlberg called Four Brothers.
Yeah, I didn't see the movie, but I remember him.
It was pretty good.
So he gets him and he's like, he tells him what he's looking for, and he brings him to the Ancient One. And he thinks, I like how he's talking to the old guy, thinks that that's the Ancient One he's talking about. But then he gets up, and then she starts to talk with him, and it's Tilda Swinton from the beginning of the movie. And basically, she's explaining, how do I put it? I don't know the exact words, but about, basically it's magic. It's all real. And he doesn't believe in any of it. He's like, put that stuff in the power of faith, Right. Like, you do this, and then she hits him in his astral form. Yeah. Hits him out of his body. And then brings him back. And then she touches his forehead. And he shoots him in all the...
Excuse me.
Are you good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
My bad. Allergies. Sorry.
Damn allergies. Damn.
Oh, it's gonna happen again. Just wait. I might sneeze a few times. So forgive me.
And all the trippy shit.
Yeah.
Flying through all the stuff.
Yeah.
I didn't get to see this movie in 3D. This is the only movie that I would really like to have seen in 3D.
That'd have been cool.
It was great. Like all the colors, and she's explaining, and he even flies like slightly through the dark dimension,
right?
Which he'll get to later. And even the scene where like all the different hands, are grabbing him.
Right.
No, wait.
Yeah, it was like, it was hands and all that stuff like that.
But when he looks at his hands, like the little hands grow off the fingers.
The little hands grow off the fingers and the hands off the other. Yeah, it was weird as hell.
I was thinking about, like, okay, never mind, it's a different movie. Because I was thinking about It Chapter 2. When the older Bill was looking in the sewer trying to talk to Pennywise. And the hands come up and grab him. I was thinking, like, it's almost like the same thing. And then it kind of morphs into his eye. And then he falls into his eye. Like,
that was weird.
The effects were great. And then we don't have to talk about every single thing, but
it seems like something out of a bad acid trip. Let's just go with that.
But when he lands back and he realizes that it's basically all real, he just goes, "Teach me." And she just goes, "Nope." And just walks away, and they throw him out.
They throw him out of the and he sits there for like no telling how long.
About 5 or 6 hours, that's basically what they said.
Just hitting the door like, please, let me in.
And I do like when they finally decide when he turns around. And as he sits down, they open the door and he flips in.
He flips through,
But I also like when he's showing him his room and everything. Well, they also said that his arrogance reminds him of Caecilius, Matt Middleton's character from the beginning.
Yeah.
But he's showing him his room, and he gives him a little paper that says Shambhala. He's like, "What is this, your mantra?" He's like, "No, the Wi-Fi password."
The Wi-Fi password, that's right.
But so he starts to study, doing all his stuff, and he reads the ancient texts in the library that are guarded by Master Wong.
Master Wong, I liked him.
I love how he tries to hit him with like pop culture references, and he doesn't like say anything.
Yeah.
like anything. Like he'll say any of them, and he's just
Or like Master Wong.
Benedict Wong. He plays Wong.
Yeah, Benedict Wong plays Wong.
And also, too, you got Benedict Wong
And Benedict Cumberbatch.
But you also got B.D. Wong,
B.D. Wong, yep.
who was in the Jurassic Park movie.
And he was also the psychiatrist in Law and Order SVU.
Yep.
And if I'm not mistaken, B.D. Wong played the voice of a famous Disney character.
I think so too, but I have to look it up.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. It's on the top of my head, but I can't remember. Anyway, listen.
Holy shit! I think I just.
Did you go past the?
No, I think I stapled these papers wrong.
You didn't put the numbers in the corner like I suggested.
Nope, I failed.
Damn it!
But
Can't take him nowhere.
No. Strange learns that the Earth is protected from threats from other sanctums.
Right.
Okay. I think. Oh man, are these papers?
You fucked it all up.
Dude, I if I'm not mistaken, I think I'm missing a page.
Oh shit!
Yeah, I'm missing a page.
So like you're completely skipped.
Wait.
Give him a moment.
Hold on. No.
Hold the phone. Awkward silence.
Oh. It's okay.
Okay, he got
We're
it.
gonna go. So he's studying, and they're trying to teach him how to do. I may have missed a lot of stuff.
That's fine. That's fine.
We're just going to talk about a few things until I get caught up somewhere. Yeah, I think something happened with this. I don't know what
It's
happened.
all good. It's all good.
I'm trying to talk. I want to make sure I talk about like the things that I want to talk about. Oh, maybe we don't have to. You know, no, I did. We're going to leave this in. It's fine. I'm just trying to at least see where I am. No. So, yeah, I know. I'm sorry. I'm so confused right now. They're teaching him they're trying to teach him the shield. I mean, not the shield, the portal.
Yeah, the portal.
With the sling ring, when they spin their hand and hold the thing. And he thinks it's his hands. Because his hands are messed up.
You just see a few little sparks pop out, but that's about it.
He thinks it's his hands just because they got in the wreck. I mean, just because he damaged them. So I also like how she takes him to like the side of a mountain.
Yeah.
In the cold.
And it's cold as shit.
And basically explains that he needs to get out of here in a few minutes or he's going to freeze to death. And just leaves him.
Yeah.
And so he's trying to figure it out. She's sitting there waiting.
Hey, when you're put in a difficult position like that, that's life or death. You're gonna figure it out.
Yeah. So he's trying to do it, and the ancient one's just sitting there waiting, and Mordo's like, "I think you should go get him." And she's like, "I think he can do it," and he eventually does it. He's got ice all in his face, and this is where he kind of cleans himself up, and he's studying all of his books,
right?
And he goes to get some books for still trying to throw some pop culture references at Wong.
At Wong, he still doesn't get it.
He calls him like Beyonce.
Yeah, he calls him Beyonce, yeah.
But he's like, all right, so he goes to get the book. But some of the books are like he can't use yet, they said.
Yeah.
So he's trying to sneak him in the library while Wong is listening to Beyonce on the thing. And on his little iPod.
That's right.
Yeah, and he keeps taking the books.
It was funny because he keeps opening the portal
but then he looks behind him and he takes the book that he's reading. He turns around.
Yeah.
Like, oh.
Yeah, I laughed way too hard at that.
He's sitting there reading all the books, and they said he memorized all the stuff because he has a photographic memory.
Photographic memory, yep.
I wonder what it's like to actually have a photographic memory. Is it like, because I know they say photographic memory, but it's like, how photographic?
Oh, it's possible. You just gotta train your mind. You gotta train your mind for that. You gotta read a lot. Like, I'm talking a lot.
I remember in school, the teacher introduced like a family member, like a kid, like a nephew or niece. I can't remember if it was a boy or girl. And they said that this person has a photographic memory. And I was like, do you really have photographic memory? And then I got in trouble for asking the question. I didn't get like punished or anything, but like,
you got griped out a little bit.
Yeah. Like, come on. I mean, because that was the first time I heard that term. And I'm like, why?
Yeah, it's so stupid. Like, anyway, come on. Just curious shit.
He's there. I like how he gets cleaned up too. He's got the goatee. He shaves the goatee because he didn't have himself, it. Cuts his hair. Like, I always liked that look of Doctor Strange. He had that like the blue outfit, but he had like the goatee and then like the hair, but it had the white on the side.
The white trim right there, and the sides of his hair was slicked back, and the top was combed over a little bit. Yeah.
So he
looks slick as hell.
They told him about like what book was taken or the pages by Caecilius at the beginning, and and they talk about Dormammu, the main being of the dimension, the dark dimension. Dormammu, that's a cool name.
Mamu, that's a city in Louisiana.
Mamu. Is it called Mamu?
It's Mamu.
It's Mamu?
Yep.
I've never been, so I don't know.
I haven't been in years.
And I like how he projects himself like in his astral form while he's sleeping.
Yep.
So he can still study.
Yep.
And he learns about bending time with the Eye of Agamotto.
Yep.
He finds the book. And he's doing all the turning.
Yep. With the.
I swear, I think I'm missing something. Yeah, I'm missing like a whole thing.
Because it looks like you only have about 3 papers.
Yeah, there's a whole section that I'm missing, but it's fine. If we don't get to talk about certain things, like I said, it'll be fine. I'm just trying to remember from heart, okay? Even though I've seen the movie already, I'm just trying to, So, he takes the Eye of Agamotto and it bends time. So he tests it on an apple that he's eating, turning it to a full apple to a rotten apple.
Yep.
And
that was pretty cool.
He tries to do something, but they stop him.
Because if you remember, he turned time to try to fill that page back.
Oh, yeah.
The page that was ripped out.
Yeah, he tried to put a page, which I wish they would have let him.
Yeah, but that that could have done some serious damage.
Yeah.
If you remember.
Okay. And I do like how they like I said, they show him about the 3 sanctums. There's one in.
Well, I got a question before we go on. You'll know this more than me, but when is the part whenever he goes and sees her at the hospital in his astral form?
That's a little later.
Okay.
We haven't gotten there.
Okay. I couldn't remember.
It's coming up soon because I think I've repeated it 3 times because I was trying to figure out where I am. The 3 sanctums.
Yeah,
there's one in New York. There's one in New York City.
Right.
There's one in London and one in Hong Kong. They're all directly accessible from Hermitage, and they're to protect the sanctums. They have people there that protect it for if anything comes down.
Right.
And then the London one gets destroyed.
Oh yeah. Like completely screwed up.
Yeah, he was knocked into the New York one. And when he gets there, he sees the second person that was guarding it killed.
Yes.
By Caecilius. His crew shows up. When he goes, he's about to call him Mr. Strain,
Yeah.
and he goes, "It's Doctor." He goes, "Mr. Doctor."
Mr. Doctor, yeah.
And he goes,
Yeah.
"No, it's strange." And he goes, "Maybe, but who am I to judge?"
Yeah.
And I think throughout a few times in the movie, he calls him Mr. Doctor.
He calls him Mr. Doctor, yep.
But then they start to fight. He's trying to escape. But they also had a scene later on where Mordo was teaching him how to conjure weapons.
Yes.
Use the weapons with the magic.
Yes, he was trying
But
to teach him with
he kept coming up with the shield and the rope. I guess
the
when
rope.
He uses his hand, and it's like that stringy rope shit.
Yeah, he was trying to do the rope and everything like that while he had some kind of a staff.
Yeah.
And remember how he kept...
Well, he was saying that good sorcerer picks his weapon, which we haven't gotten to yet. We're about to, but he gets the cloak.
Yes.
So
yes. But I remember whenever he was training them, and like he was whooping his ass, and then like I love the part where he starts making the shields and he runs up on him and then blow, he sticks him. That was so cool.
I think Mordo's uses his staff and the boots because he kept making those little things.
Yes.
That he jumped on.
Yep. That's right. That's what it was.
So we're getting this, and he ends up trying to take out some of the enemies. He ends up...
Yeah, they're fighting in that area where, what's his name, got killed in New York.
Yeah, so he gets one of them into another section of the earth in the desert.
In the desert, yep.
And he gets the...
Because they had the dude and the chick with him.
Yeah. And then he starts to fight another guy.
Yes.
And he gets thrown through a glass case that has a cape in it.
Yes.
But when he flies over the thing, the cape goes to get him, and then it brings him up in that awesome shot where he was like this with the cape floating.
And he just floats down.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was cool.
And he fights the guy, and then he gets, like, stabbed.
Yeah.
The enemies were making, like, that glass-looking knife
that
thing.
glass-looking sword, yeah.
And
that was actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie.
He gets stabbed. But he ends up taking out the guy by...
Well, I know he put one in the desert.
No, so there was another guy, and then Caecilius, okay?
The Caecilius, he put him in that...
because before that, he had the cape. He kept trying to run after the thing, but the cape was dragging him.
The cape was dragging him everywhere.
And he kept pointing at the wall, and he was pointing at that device, and he threw it at Caecilius, and it, like,
locked him up. It locked him up. And then he starts telling him about
when he's talking, he's like,
yeah.
And he's like, what? And he goes to take the thing off, and he's explaining his side. I don't remember exactly the words he said, but he was so into it, like he believed that what he was doing was right, and you could see tears coming in his eyes. But also because there was also a scene earlier where they used the page of the Darkhold to conjure that magic.
Yes.
And
their eyes were all black.
Their eyes turned into like galaxies almost.
They
were around their eyes.
They were more powerful. But if you remember what he was telling them the truth about the master. What was her name?
Oh, the ancient one.
The ancient one. That she draws her power from.
Okay, yeah, but and then that's
he
where
didn't believe him.
Yeah, that's where he gets in the fight with the other guy because he gets the cape off.
Yes. And
he basically kills the dude. The cape kills the guy.
Yeah.
And then he ends up conjuring the circle to get to the hospital where
because he got stabbed. Yeah,
by that thing. So as he's doing that, he's like, "I want you to operate on me." She's like, "What did you get stabbed with?" He's like, "I don't know." And then he's like, she's basically like, "I haven't seen you in forever."
Yeah.
So, which makes me think definitely that some time has passed, years that he was spending.
Oh yeah, probably so. Yeah.
Trying to remember. So
probably a few years.
Yeah, he's about to flatline or something, but he gets out of his
his astral form got out of his body or spirit, whatever.
When he's laying there, and then he appears in front of her face and she screams. Yeah, because the other and he's like, I need you to do this and that, and then he realizes that one of the other guys
was out of his body.
Yeah, so he goes to find him, and then he's like, hold on, and then he just disappears, and then a couple of times they're fighting through there, and it goes through her. She's like,
what?
Oh shit! So he fights him. And
I don't remember how he stops him.
I think something about electrocution. I think it has to do with the paddles.
Oh,
yeah,
that's right.
And he somehow kills the guy's astral form.
Yeah,
and I think that kills him.
Yeah,
yeah.
And then he pops up at her again.
Yeah,
scares the hell out of her.
Don't do that.
Don't stop doing that.
So she gets him fixed, and she's sewing him up, and basically explaining like where he's been, and she don't believe him. So she takes him to the broom closet where he came, and sees the portal there. And
the fact right there, I'm glad we're at that part. After he goes back into the portal and it vaporizes, she turns around trying to process what she just saw. Well, the damn mop falls and it scares her. It really scared her. That was all real. That was not.
Yeah, well, that wasn't supposed to happen.
Yeah, that was.
No, I didn't know that. But that's funny.
Yep,
that's funny. I like that.
So he's back over there at the.
Yeah, so he gets back, and the cool scene of him putting on the cape when he flips. I think Mordo comes back, and the ancient one, he basically after that. He's like, I killed someone, I don't want to do this. I don't want to be, but they're trying to get him.
Basically, like, I save lives and stuff like that. Yeah, I don't take them.
Yeah. So, and he brings up that she was using the pages from the book, drawing from the Dark Dimension.
Yeah, the Dark Dimension.
Baron didn't want to believe it, but she's like, yeah, it's true. And he's conflicted.
Yeah.
But when shit's going on outside, and they go out, and they, I like also, they go out there, and everything's starting to turn. They're in the dimension.
They're in the dimension, yep.
What's it called? What do they call it? What they put them in that glass diamond shaped thing. I forgot what they called that. But it's like no one can see them. They're kind of like hiding from the world. But they get
because you can't see on the other side. Yeah.
So Casillas gets out there with some more of his group, and they're running around. It's cool to see the cars kind of like go around. It's such cool effects.
It's true. It's trippy. Like I say, it looks like a badass trip. I'm just saying.
If you're watching this movie high, you'd be like, "What the fuck?"
You better not watch this movie high. I'm telling you, don't do it. Don't do it. It is not good. Don't do it. I'm not saying from experience, but just don't do it. I've heard stories. Don't do it.
But they have that scene where Mordo and Strange fall on that bus sideways, and you get that Stanley cameo where he's reading a book, and he's like, "Ha ha, that's hilarious." That all, dude, like just like the buildings changing, and then the little platforms that are created when they're trying to jump, and I think one guy gets caught up in the buildings.
Yeah, it just kind of.
You don't see it, But so they fight, and then we get the scene where
the ancient one
gets hurt, knocked off of the thing, and she goes through the awning cover of one of the buildings, and she like hits the ground with glass all around her.
Yep.
And people are freaking out, and he goes to save her, and he brings her to the hospital.
Yep.
With Christine again. She's like, oh, he's like calling for Christine.
Who the hell am I saving now?
And trying to save her. And God, this was such a good scene, but all the shit is gone when she leaves her body.
And he ends up going after her.
He goes to find her.
And they end up talking on that balcony at the hospital.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember the thing she tells him.
She said, well, I got it right here, though. Shoot, I think I was right here. I think I was just overthinking this because now I'm caught up right here. Yeah, the Stan Lee cameo. I'm usually more prepared than this. I apologize.
What a loser.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Are you lost again?
Yep. She tells Strange that her and Mordo will have to work together to defeat Caecilius. And she was out there too, basically saying that she could never see past this moment.
Right.
So she knows that she dies right here. And God, it's a good scene. I don't remember typing. There was a couple things that she said right here, but I don't remember. I thought were really good. But yeah. Shoot.
She ends up dying.
Yeah, she dies. And he realizes that the last Mordo still can't believe that she did that. She don't
that she's been lying
but
to him.
They have to work together to save. They got to go to Hong Kong.
In Hong Kong, yep.
And stop that. But by the time they get there, the thing is in ruins. Wong is dead, which I totally didn't know because some stuff happened, but he decides to use the Eye of Agamotto to reverse the time, and everything starts to go back, trying to fix everything. Yep. And he puts, it's the mirror dimension is what they call it.
The mirror dimension.
Yeah. That's because he's doing that, and they're in the mirror dimension. He puts Caecilius and all them, and he's bringing everything back. Everything's fixing. But then I totally forgot that Wong did die because they have some rubble come up, and he's there.
Yeah.
And then he comes out of it, and he's alive again.
Yep.
But also, too, how Caecilius and his crew break through the mirror dimension.
Yeah, that was, yeah.
They just, and they're back into it, and things are starting to go. And it's getting bad. So, I think I wrote it here. Yeah.
Well, if you remember,
Wong says, "What are you doing?" And he goes, "I'm breaking the laws of physics. I know I shouldn't do that." And Wong goes, "Well, don't stop now."
Yeah. But if you remember, he goes into the dimension.
Yeah. So. Yeah, as everything is it's almost like back together, I think.
Yeah, everything is almost back together, yeah.
But they fuck it up again, and things are starting to get worse, and he doesn't know what to do, so he needs to make an exchange.
Yep.
He makes a bargain, so he travels to the dark dimension to talk to Dormammu, that big face with the waves that go opposite.
Yeah.
I like the way that looks.
It does this.
You know what's crazy?
It's weird.
You know what's crazy is that Benedict Cumberbatch does the mocap and voice of Dormammu.
Really?
Yeah.
Did not know that.
His voice is deepened, of course.
But naturally, it's him. But it's him. Okay.
But so I like how he ends up flying. Everything's frozen. He flies into the dark dimension.
Yep.
And he lands there, but he fixes his time thing. He's going to do a loop, so he fixes it. And he's like, "Dormammu, I've come to bargain." I love how he don't want to bargain.
Yeah,
but he basically, without the long story short, he kills him. It's like you think, Doctor Strange is dead.
Literally, the first time I saw, I was like, "Wait, hold on, what's up with that?"
Yeah, but he comes back. He's like, "Dormammu, I've come to bargain." I love how he's about to say the same thing, but then he goes, "What?" He's confused.
And he just keeps killing him and keeps coming back.
So, long story short, he keeps killing him in different ways. He's like, "I'm doing this as long as I can," and he's like, "Then you'll die over and over." And it's different ways. I've come to bargain. Boom, dead.
It's we're gonna keep doing this for eternity.
So, the creators. Someone asked the creators how long the time loop spell. How many times Doctor Strange has died?
Yeah.
They said the time loop lasted somewhere between either several months to hundreds of thousands of years.
But because he had the
Yeah,
time,
it was over and over. Yeah, nobody there moved.
He was able to turn. Yeah, no one else. Yeah, no one else moved because time stands still.
And Dormammu, I guess, got tired of it, so he's like,
okay.
He's like, fine, just go away. So he switched it out. He takes the people, Caecilius and his people.
Yep.
And they fly away into the dimension to seemingly disintegrate.
Yeah, pretty much to disintegrate. Yeah.
And he makes another reference, and then Wong starts to laugh.
Oh yeah.
And
the one he finally got.
Yeah. So disgusted by Strange and the Ancient One defying laws of nature, Mordo renounces his sorcerer career and he departs. So Strange returns the eye.
Yeah, to the Wong podium.
Is where you find out that because they've been showing up throughout these movies, these phases, you find out that the Eye Agamotto, the green stone in there, is the Time Stone, one of the 6 Infinity Stones. So,
yeah,
so he puts it up, but I'm pretty sure he's going to use it. And he takes up the residence in the New York Sanctum to continue his studies with Wong. And we roll credits, but we get a mid-credits scene where Strange is talking to someone, and you realize it's Thor. Thor brought Loki to Earth, which this is a scene basically from Thor Ragnarok, which will be coming up soon.
Yep.
But he's watching over for anything bad in, the universe, and Loki is on that list, so that's why he's helping Thor, because he's helping him try to find his father. When he fills his beer, you want some tea? He's like, I don't drink tea. And he has a beer, and he drinks it, and then as he's talking, it fills back up.
Yeah.
I like that.
And he's like.
So basically, he's like, yeah, I'll help you. And, shake hands and, credits again. But then we get a post-credit scene where we see Pangborn from earlier working in his garage, and Mordo shows up behind him.
Yep.
And he basically steals his power, and he falls to the ground, and
he's paralyzed.
Yeah, he's paralyzed again, can't walk. And he tells him that Earth has way too many sorcerers, and that's it. Doctor Strange will return, and I am so sorry for this. I confused myself, so I don't want to redo this. Because I want you to see how unprofessional I am. Not really. I don't like to take cutout things, So, it's fine. We talked about the movie,
But of course, naturally,
it happens.
With other people who've watched this movie and everything like that, they're going to know about facts that we missed and stuff like that. We're not perfect.
Yeah, no.
We're not going to get everything right. It's impossible almost.
So that was Doctor Strange. This is a really trippy movie. This movie's cool.
I enjoyed it so much because it's a different type of superhero from the normal ones you see.
Yeah. Doctor Strange, he is technically a superhero, but he's a magician, the master of the mystic arts.
But he is a superhero because he's protecting the realms. So
Corbett, you ready to rate this?
All right.
You want to go first?
Sure, why not?
Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Because it was different, and it's like I said, it's almost completely opposite from your normal superheroes and everything like that. But I enjoyed it so much. I like the little innuendos in there that he used, and then of course with the music and everything like that. And Wong's just not getting it.
Yeah,
it was funny as hell.
Well, he knew it, but he was trying to play professional.
True.
I think that's what it was, because he was listening to either All the Single Ladies or
I think it was All the Single Ladies, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway, but. It's just things like that really made me enjoy this movie.
And Benedict Cumberbatch was great.
Yes, he was. And it tripped me out when I found out that he was from I think he's from England.
Yeah, he's British, but he's playing an American.
Yeah. But anyway,
Same thing as Tom Holland.
anyway, I'm going to give this movie because I really enjoyed it because it was different. It was very entertaining. I'm going to give it an 8.
You're gonna give it an 8?
Yeah, I'm going to give it an 8. It was very entertaining.
Like I said, the visual effects were spectacular. The scenes where everything spins, it was almost like, I don't know if I should compare it, not really, but Inception. Remember the world of Inception?
Yep.
When it would all fold and everything?
It was sort of like that, yep.
Sort of like that, but without the building sections kind of spinning, you know? Not that. The effects were great.
Yes,
the colors were great. The music was great. Benedict Cumberbatch was great. Tilda Swinton was great as always.
Yes.
Baron was great. Mads Mikkelsen, slightly underwhelming villain, but he was great in the parts that he had.
And of course, Rachel McAdams. She was really good.
Didn't have a whole lot to do in this movie,
but she was still good.
She was still
very good and really, really, really pretty. So I'm just speaking facts.
Oh yeah. So Corey, I'm gonna go a little lower than you. I'm gonna give a 7.5.
Okay.
Still a great movie.
Still, very good.
We don't have to agree all the time.
And once again,
we're not professionals.
We're not professionals. We are not professionals. We're just two guys who love to watch movies and we love talking about it.
Yes.
We love talking about the actors and what other movies they played in, and we love doing this. It's not we're not trying to get. Well, I mean, naturally, if we get a huge following, that'd be great. But we're not trying to make any money or anything like that off of this. We just love doing this. So, if you've never seen this movie, I suggest you watch it.
Well, that's it for us. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. And the next movie in the list will be better. I'm going to say better than this, but how do I put that? It's going to be entertaining.
It's going to be entertaining.
We're going with Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. So, please watch this movie because it's great.
All right. Peace.